It's time for Sundays with Serby. New York Post columnist Steve Serby is going to break down his most recent article that's trending on the Post. Make sure you guys go check it out on the website. Serby got a chance to talk with Giants wide receiver Darius Slayton about a range of things from Damar Hamlin to his career as a Giant. Serby, he was pretty much an open book with you. So what were your biggest takeaways from Darius Slayton in that conversation?
Well, naturally, the first thing I wanted to know was how he felt about Damar Hamlin and how he feels about playing today against the Eagles. And look, this kid loves football. He was 9 years old when his mother finally allowed him to play football. This is a week where his parents expressed concern in the wake of the Damar Hamlin near tragedy. But he says, I just go out and play football. And his mother finally allowed him, after he nagged her time and time again, can I play football? And at 9 years old, he started playing football, and he loves the game the way Damar Hamlin loves the game. And naturally, like everyone else, he's heartened by the progress that Damar Hamlin has made. And hopefully he won't have any trepidation tomorrow when he takes today when he takes the field against the Eagles. And he talked about the meeting Wednesday when the Giants brought in Ronnie Barnes, their head athletic trainer, and Dr. Lanny, their sports psychologist, and Paul John Gonzalez, their chaplain. And he was convinced, as were most of the Giants, if not all, that Damar Hamlin was just a freak injury, a one in a million thing, hopefully. And I think he'll be in a good frame of mind today against the Eagles.
Yeah, I love the fact that they brought in a sports psychologist, because that's one form of therapy. But honestly, Serby, as an athlete, getting back out there, getting back on that horse and going out and being able to do what we love, and that's playing the game, that's a completely different form of therapy. And I think a lot of guys are going to need that. Him for sure today on Sunday. He also spoke on Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley and what they mean to this team, this organization, and this fan base. All three of these guys are up for new contracts. So what did he say about all three of their future as a Giant?
Well, he believes in Daniel Jones. The whole team now believes in Daniel Jones. And they're all three of them are getting ready for their first playoffs. I asked him about the fact that all three of them will need new contracts. Now, Slayton wants to stay as a Giant, as the other two do. Slayton says he loves everything about the Giants, even the food in the cafeteria. The only thing he doesn't like about Jersey is the weather. I didn't ask him about the traffic, but that's probably another thing too. But I asked him, would you sign, if you were the GM of the Giants, would you sign Saquon Barkley? He said, I would tie him up and lock him in the basement. And Daniel Jones, would you sign Daniel Jones if you were GM of the Giants? He said, without a doubt. And then I said, would you sign number 86, Darius Slayton? And he said, 1,000%. He's a better receiver now. He took that pay cut at the start of the season. He's overcome adversity. He believes he's playing, catching the ball and running routes at a high level now. And he believes he can be wide receiver one. Now, I wanted to ask you something, Brandon. You know receivers like very few of us do. Which one reminds you of Brian London, Darius Slayton or Isaiah Hodgins?
Brandon London is more Isaiah Hodgins, because Brandon London was a possession receiver. But Darius Slayton, those two together are a great combination, because you have speed and you have hands. So you have someone who can blow the top off of the defense, get behind the safeties. But on a third and long, you want to go to that sure hand, that sure receiver, and that's Isaiah Hodgins.
I got you. Well, how come you never became a wide receiver one with your physical tools?
You know, Serby, you look at some of the guys in this league, and I was one of those. I was a jag, just a guy in that sense. I could go out and play. I can catch the football. But there are a lot of guys in this league where you look at and you're like, this dude was meant to play football. There are some playmakers in this league, and Darius Slayton, with his speed and his explosiveness, has shown that he is a guy that deserves to be a wide receiver 1A, 1B, or even 2 to 3. But at the end of the day, when you talk about bringing in a receiver core and making a receiver room, you have to have the possession guy, you have to have the route runner, and you have to have the speed guy that can make explosive plays. And that's what he's done throughout his Giants career.
Yeah, he compares himself physically to Devontae Adams and Justin Jefferson because they're both long and lanky, and a little bit of Stephon Diggs. Now, he's not saying that he's any of those 3 elite receivers, but he believes one day he can get there. And he also talked about all the offensive coordinators and coaching changes that have compromised Daniel Jones and him as well. And if he gets 5 catches today against the Eagles, I don't know how much he's going to play, but that will be a career high for him. It'll be 51 catches. And, yeah, he's a guy that I would keep.
Yeah, you always want to see these guys trending up at the right time, especially heading into the playoffs. He is a guy that has shown that he can be a Giant. He can take the criticism and still show up and do his job every Sunday.
Smart, tough, and dependable, and a great kid.
Absolutely. So that's going to wrap today's Sundays with Serby. Make sure you guys go check out the recent article on the New York Post. Serby, thanks for joining us, my man. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year, Brandon. Thank you.